Look at the cash. Bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah, in the limit. Yeah, super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'm a stud, no. Chain, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you wanna stuff for. Money, that machine. The Ferragamo store. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matt back, looking clean. Dead president and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Patience in it, then a penny hoe.
Over here, empty your pockets. I don't do that. You might press me. You do what I tell you. Get over here. He's gonna get this.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
Can you hear me, hear me now? 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 I'm watching television, telling me avoid the system. Hoping I ain't lose religion, texting prayer hands up the message sending on.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. Twisting away. 12 yards on the return that time. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mahomes going to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
We knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt, and he'll go down at the 28. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Left, 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 left. So. Zing, 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 zing.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A first trip to the red zone for KC. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll run it here with Hunt, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Here go 46. Then we're going to 53. 26.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. Able to fight through one tackle. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
41 for Will. 47. 26.
Toss left to Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff.
That was
But
still
still, a lot of guys to account for.
A quick hitter to Sherman, the fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, CD, looking back to Thanksgiving, we had the typical triple header. Did you enjoy while digesting the turkey and pie?
I certainly did, and I think I'm still digesting the turkey and pie. But, you know, you have the traditional ones. You have the Lions who host and the Cowboys who host, and the Lions hosted the Bears this year. And despite the fact the Bears didn't have their starting quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, how about what Chase Daniel did? They went in there and took the measure of the Lions for the second time in a 3-game span. And then the Cowboys against Washington. I thought that was a terrific game, and Dallas got a much-needed win.
Yeah, Amari Cooper with 2 touchdowns, and all of a sudden they're sitting atop the NFC East.
Yeah, they're tied with Washington, and they split their season series. So a lot of football left to be played in that division. And, of course, we finished it all up. Atlanta at New Orleans, and how strong and how hot are the Saints?
Now they'll run it on the toss. He spins free. Room to run past midfield. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 65 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Kansas City set to get the football back, and allow me to go back to that Monday night game on November 19th, because that was one of the most talked about games in recent memory. 54-51. How fun was that?
It was a blast, and here's the best part. It was anticipated, that game, right? Think of the last time you anticipated a game that highly in the NFL. And those two put on a show beyond our expectations. And Patrick Mahomes, he may have thrown the interceptions late, but I think he walked out of that game with the rest of the league and anyone who watches football saying, we could very well have a transcendent type of a quarterback right in front of us right now.
Yeah, no doubt. And going against Goff on the other side, man, was it fun. So now for KC, you look ahead. They're going to Oakland after the open week. Then home for Baltimore before a big one, Week 15 against the Chargers.
Yeah, they can't have any type of a letdown because they're trying to hold on to first place in the AFC West. So this open week, this late in the season, could not have come at a better time for them.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Hunt. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Mahomes to throw on second down. And this is caught by Watkins. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 73 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And going deep for Hill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! So!
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! So!
Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Mahomes, maybe a free play. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Able to get away. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. It's Mahomes again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And again, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 big plays in succession, and Kansas City's on the move. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming. Up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Mahomes to throw once more. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Butker able to put this one through. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll start with punt on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They run again with Hunt. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a third down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Black 58 rail. So. Hut.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here you go.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go to Elliott again. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here you go. Under. 47. 46.
On 3rd down, Elliott. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Switching gears for a second to look at the NFL slate. You know, the bye weeks are now over, Charles, and if you had to pinpoint a couple of teams that are surprising you right now with where they're at, who would that be?
Well, I didn't think Washington would be in first place this late into the year, and they're still hanging in there. But two teams that really jump out at me. How about the run the Indianapolis Colts are on right now? And how well Andrew Luck is playing the quarterback position. We don't talk about that enough.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. And even 60 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
47.
On second down, Elliott. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Escaping the pressure right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. That's complete. The former basketball star, Rico Gathers. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Count.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Austin's got it left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to find Conley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Z. Slow.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Conley, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded at the 8. Gets around him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Prescott.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Prescott to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right on the 30. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Mahomes to throw. McConnelly's got it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Just clocked it, but the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win, and it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot, and they'll be celebrating in the Power and Light District. The Chiefs have won the football game. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.